Alrighty, this is a tutorial on how to record audio and warp it. Alright, so I'm just going to create an audio track here by right clicking in a grey area and pressing insert audio track. The default is Control T. As you can see just here, there's a shortcut menu for it on the right. You can also go, I think it's create. Yep, create insert audio track. Alright, the audio track's in, and at the moment you can see that it's not armed, ready to go. So I need to press this button here for it to be recording. Over on the right hand side there's a button that says I/O over here. That's input outputs. That'll show you your inputs and your outputs. Okay, at the moment it's on input 1. My guitar is plugged into input 4. So then if you want to hear yourself playing, you press auto. So when it's not record armed, you won't be able to hear the guitar going through. When it's record armed, you will. If you press on in, it's always going to be going through, even if you click off that. But you won't be able to hear any recordings up here. It'll just be like going straight through. So I'll leave it on auto record. Okay, at the moment I'm on 100 BPM and I've got the metronome on. This is what it sounds like. I might change the metronome, maybe like make it like 90. Nice and slow. And over here I've just made a MIDI clip. This is what it sounds like. Turn the metronome off. Alright. I'm going to press record 1 on the 1 or the 2 or the 3, and then I'm going to get my guitar ready and I'm going to press 1, record. It's going to start now. Press it again, plays it back. You get it just before the end. Alright, I'm going to record again. 1, 2, it's on. Press play now, and it should loop back. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to press stop, and I'm going to show you something quickly. So here we've got, this is the audio clip here, and you can see my sound card actually has a slight amount of latency. You can see that this beat here is actually meant to be there. So when you drag that, it's going to drag the whole waveform like this. This is warping audio. If you double click just here, alright, so let's just say this one here, double click, make a warp mark, and then make that in time with the beat. Now anything I drag past that this way, it's not going to affect this first part here. So between the two yellows is stuck. Alright, so this is really important. So over here I might go, that one there's out of time. So if I move that, see how it's not affecting the rest of the sound over here? Double click. Double click. Double click, drag. Double click, drag. You can be really finicky about this and get it right in time, but sometimes you don't need all of them, just like one every few. Cool, so that's audio editing. You can change the gain. Alright, so down here you've got this little gain here, so you can bring that up or down. Alright, and a really cool thing is if you wanted to change the length, just make sure you haven't got a bit highlighted. You could press this times 2 and minus, divide by 2. And that goes for MIDI clips as well. So make sure you don't have a note highlighted. Otherwise, when you press that, it'll just do that one note. Alright, so if I press divide by 2, it should make it twice as quick. Times by 2, back to normal. And then you can times it by 2 even. Alright, bit of cool stuff down there. I mean, reverse, you can do some reverse effects. Also on audio, you can reverse. You change the pitch. Whoops. You can change the start and end. So this is the start. So if you wanted to actually have like a bit tailing off just before the start, that's how you would do it. So you can make it start from like bar 2. But have it loop all the way back to bar 1. Alright, or you can have the start there. Cool. So that's how you do a bit of audio editing. So again, you can then go right click, insert audio track, make sure it's on your input for your guitar, press auto, press record. You should hear it. Now I haven't got a count in. Oh yes, I do 1 bar. So if I press now, so now, sometimes when you press stop, this might not be correct. So just check that your length isn't even 400 or 2003. You can change it like that. And yeah. You can hear I made a stuff up note. Now this is where it gets interesting. In this view, you can't edit, all right? Whereas in this view, range view, you can. So I can zoom in here and I can like, okay, that note's bad, delete it. So this is where you can actually do your finer editing, and you can go between the 2 views. So you can actually re-record just that single note and then consolidate that, go back to the other view, put it in here. It's a bit complex, but let's have a listen to this. So if I press play on this row here, with the master track, it's going to play all 3 of those tracks. So this is kind of cool. You could use your controller and just start off with just the beat. And then, hey everybody, you ready? All right, here we go. All right, and then you press your play. All right, and then you bring this one in. Two, three, the whole row. Alright, so you can do things like you can move these around. If you want to double click, you can make a beat 2. You could even do this. You could right click here, go copy, paste. So you see I've got the beat, and then you could just edit this one here. Maybe have some. So then you can start to arrange. So over here, I might rename this. So right click in this master track here, rename, call that like verse. And then this bit here I'll call break. You can change the color like so, etc. All right, I'm gonna go. See ya.